Looks like we've made a friend. After freeing his slaves, burning his supplies, and burying his dreams of power, the Rockblood champion is more than eager to socialise. He's sending out scores of scouting parties just for us, and his sorcerers plead to their foul god to reveal our location. These efforts have left his camp a tad bit empty, so I suggest we grab the opportunity to pay him a visit before he and his army shows up at our door.
Hello and welcome back to Vermintide 2. So I think this is the end of Act 3, I think. And we're sneaking into a Rockblood camp, which sounds like a stupid idea, but it sounds effective if we can pull it off. So we'll see. But yeah, so they're trying to find our location, so we kind of need to stop them doing that. Otherwise we won't survive for much longer. Oh, there we go. But I feel like there's still going to be a lot of their powerful enemies just left around for us to deal with. Old Andrea's dead. Okay. I don't know if there's actually going to be anything useful here. I don't think there is. Oh well. And there was healing potions, but there was no progress forwards. There we go. He just fell over. Right. Right. Is that the way up? There looks like a way up here. Oh, and they've thrown a monster at us already. It's nice of them. Where is it? There. Ow. It did just push me off the rock. Oh, need to be careful of the Berserker. It did a lot of damage to me last time, so... Right. Let's throw an incendiary bomb at the Storm Fiend. See if it likes fire on itself. So I feel like fire would be quite effective against it, because it must have massive gas cans attached to it. Things full of fuel to actually make its own fire. So if I threw fire at it, it would probably explode the whole thing. Right. Can we make it through here? Just about. Well, it's a pretty intense start to the level, to the mission. And now it's all gone quiet. Right. I feel like it's this way. I think the other way was a branch path from back to the nearer the start of the mission. Just joining up with the where we are. Oh. I was hoping there'd be some good loot there, but nope. I guess it is a hard mission. They don't want to give us too much loot. Otherwise, it'll be too easy. Actually, yeah, it is quite misty, isn't it? Right. Let's get through here. Yeah, there aren't many of the small one-hit enemies here. It is mainly, you know, bigger 2 or 3 hit armoured people. Which is not great. There we go. I mean, some of them are one hit with the arrows, but not with the axe. It's odd. The axe and the arrows seem to do different amounts of damage to different people. Oh, who picked that up? Who picked up the tome? I thought we would have had healing supplies. Well, I was going to tell Saltzpyre to pick it up anyway, but now he's going to put it down. And I don't want him to do that. Right. Let's fire some arrows at them. He went flying. Right, there is a healing potion. I expect Saltzpyre's going to put the tome down. And I can just make him pick it up again. There we go. Also, seeing as there is a healing potion, I should probably just drink mine And there we go. Because I think that heals up everyone else a little bit. Right. There's a lot of people here. Let's make some stuff explode. Ow. When they said counter, you can't really counter. Not that I know of, at least. You can block, and you can push, but you can't counter. Not that you can in Dark Souls. Right. There's a lot of people there. But I thought we just need to follow this wooden path. Feels like it'll take us to the right place. Ow. I mean, the wooden path's kind of ended. But I guess it's up this way. I mean, it seems like the only way to really go. And then there is a swamp. Can I go across it? I can. I was half expecting just to fall off. Oh no, it's an invisible wall. Okay. Well, that solves that mystery. Of course, the special shows up just after I use my special. I think the path aligned with skulls might be the right way to go. There's the leech. I can see a healing potion down the bottom there, so drink up. There we go. There's a lot of berserkers here. I do not like berserkers. They are painful to fight. Right, let's follow the wooden path again. And hope it's the right way. Some art lying around. I don't know why they have art here, but sure. And this is the blotch tree, which reminds me of Pillars of Eternity now. I don't think any of these people are going to talk to me. Right. Chest. But I think this is going to be the camp.
Oh, yes. So
I mean, it looks like the camp. Right, let's take some of these out from a distance before they get within melee of me. Because yeah, none of these enemies are ranged. Only the specials have some ranged ability. Then all enemies are all melee. Though I think they have put some ranged enemies in. So there is a thing I'll get onto after I've finished this mission and the next, and possibly the DLC as well. Which is fairly recent as of recording this, but it's probably going to be a few months old by the time I end up recording it. It might be... Actually, it'll probably be half a year old by the time I actually get on to putting the videos out. Where they have a new type of enemy. And they actually have some ranged enemies, so I'm sure I'll show those at some point. And they aren't too hard to fight, because they have pretty much no armour. So kind of like Carillion. But yeah, I'm glad they added in some ranged enemies that weren't specials. It's quite nice. Plus these wheels seem to have no grip on the ground. They're spinning a lot faster than the thing's actually moving. Right, get him down. So I assume we just get this up to that door and then we'll be fine. Nope, I went too far away from it. If I just stand in front. There we go. This is the easy way to do it. Although I feel like I am just going to get my head squashed in front of the battering, so maybe I shouldn't stand there. Pushing it from behind is probably more sensible. Right. It feels like it's into position. Almost. Right, let's swing the battering around. How many hits is it going to take? 3? 3 hits. There we go. And they're kind of waiting for us. And there are healing things here, so... There we go. Right. Let's try not to use up too much more healing before we get into the actual fight with the boss. Although the last boss fight wasn't too difficult, I'm expecting this one to be because it's Act 3. So... Right, I'm just going to heal, because everyone else needs a little bit of healing, and it didn't actually use up my healing supplies, which is quite nice. Right, I assume this path is going to take me to the right place. And by that I mean to where all the enemies are. There's a big path up there. I assume it's going to be up there. And it feels like we might end up in an arena. This feels like the kind of place that is. Right. Let's just run up here. I'm going to waste that on him. Just because that's kind of useful. Right. I also don't want to use up too many arrows. That is kind of my main way of attacking, other than the axe. I mean, those are my two ways of attacking. But arrows are pretty powerful. And if I don't know what type of fight this is going to be, I assume it's going to be a Rothelm, one of the big armoured guys. That style of person. But you can never be sure. Right. There we go. Yeah, sometimes they don't die, sometimes they just roll onto the ground, and then you can see if they're alive by walking into them. It's either that or they attack you. And at that point you kind of know if they're alive or not. Right, let's head up here. It's a little difficult to actually get up, but I assume this is the right way to go. Oh, I got two people with one shot there. Anything useful in there? No. Ow. Who came up behind me that quick? Right, ammo is full. I assume, seeing as there's healing supplies, this is going to be the final fight. Or the final push towards the end of the level. And it is an arena. There we go. Right. Where are they going to appear from? There we go.
Dare trespass on my domain? I shall face you alone.
Ooh, Rib Shredder. I think he was the guy in the intro level. Which I can't remember if I actually recorded or not. Right. Ooh. Well, I used my potion. I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to use that. Because he keeps hitting me around. There we go. Yeah, my arrows are not going to do well against him. Ow. He keeps... I don't know how his hammer comes back to him. Is he like Thor? Right. There we go. I'll just try and do some ranged attacks on him. Do have to hit him in the head, but... That was pretty good. I think I might actually aim for his head with that attack. That might make it do more damage. Right. Let's burn that. So it feels like we're almost at the end of this fight. There we go. Let's pick up the dice. And I think this is the way to go. It looked like the other side was also open, but this seems like the right way to run. There's a bit of a cliff. There we go. Ha, and there we go. There's the escape point. And there's no enemies between here and there. So I should be fine. So after this, there's just the final level that is Act 4, and then the DLC. So, let's go.